and he welcomes you to the Church of Saint Andrel, and welcomes you in and asks what brings you to town, what he can do to assist you. He's pretty not in high spirits. No one is ever really in high spirits, you found, but he seems to be pleasant overall and immediately willing to answer questions or assist in any way he can.
How nice.
So we were on our way, our traveling party passing through, and we had some questions in regards to, guys, what was our previous father that we got the intel from last time?
Random person's name number 1. Yeah, that checks out.
And so we just came by to see what's going on with the town and if there's anything we should know about outside of the gates.
Father Donovich, by the way.
Just looking at my notes, I was like, Donovich?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
Donovich.
Priest Petrovich, right?
This is Petrovich, correct.
Petrovich, okay.
See. Right. Let's see. He says you come in time. He kind of laughs, kind of a wry laugh, but says that you've come in just in time for a festival. The Festival of the Blazing Sun will be held in the town square in about 3 days. He says you just missed the Wolf's Head Jamboree, which was less than a week ago. Let's see what else. He says that as far as what's going on around the town outside, he says the biggest problem in the area is wolves and dire wolves that prowl the woods, especially at night. If any travelers are on the Old Sphalic Road at night, they are definitely a prime target. But there's a well-armed groups of hunters and trappers have managed to kill quite a few of the wolves, but it seems to be just a never-ending supply. He says to the north we have Lake Zarovich. Says which used to be not a huge industry, but a pretty good fishing industry for the village. But lately it has been too dangerous to really use it.
Due to the fog?
Yeah, he says it's never a good idea to go out into the heavier mists, and as the mist holds, it tends to stay on the water as mists do. It says it's just too risky.
What is this Festival of the Blazing Sun?
A bit of forced cheer. He explains to you that the mayor, which is Mayor Valakovich, has decided that the hope and happiness are the keys to running this town. So in an effort to keep everyone happy, he keeps staging festivals one after another, just 1 or 2 a month. Various themes. Like the last one was the Wolf's Head Jamboree, which was this celebration of the killing of multiple wolves and dire wolves, and then the upcoming is going to be the Festival of the Blazing Sun, which is touted as here we are. Just kind of a celebration of, in theory, a celebration of the Morning Lord Lathander, and kind of as a in hopes to maybe restore some light to the area and celebrate any light we have. He seems it gets a little more sarcastic as he continues to talk about it.
All these festivals must be quite a cost associated with them.
He says that He says that he isn't sure of the cost. The decorations are usually simple. In case of the Wolf's Head Jamboree, were provided at little to no cost. He says that the town bands together and provides as far as food and drink go. Give me insight checks all around.
Insight. Ooh.
All right. So you can all kind of tell that he's hedging a bit when he starts talking about, what the festivals entail.
Okay.
So he carries on. He says thankfully there's been no more sightings of the Mad Mage, and the Vistani and the woods to the southwest keep to themselves. Says that. He coughs as he chokes on coffee. He says, other than that, there's the haunted mansion that is over far west of town, and that would pretty much be it.
Mad Mage.
Haunted
That's the
house.
first we've heard of that.
There's a lot of things that just occur. I was like, wait, hold on.
He's so he seems somewhat he's taken by surprise that you don't know about the Mad Mage. He says, "Oh yes, the Mad Mage. We used to see him skulking along the north shore of Lake Zarevich, just shooting lightning bolts into the water."
Cool.
But he says we have not seen him in months.
Does anybody know where he resided?
He says no, not that he's aware of. And generally, he says the general kind of view was if as long as he stays over there, then we are fine.
What
You know,
about?
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask about the haunted house. What's up with that?
He says that there is a. Hold on, please. He says to the west and south, about half a day to a day's travel, there's a very large abandoned mansion and its grounds that are known to be haunted. And that he said according to legend, and he kind of glances around, to make sure that he's not talking too loud. He says, according to legend, a dragon died there ages ago.
Didn't we have something about dragon hunter-y thing or something?
I'm going back to my notes right now.
Yeah.
Would this be visible on our map right now, on the town map by chance?
No.
Okay.
It's well out of town. It's,
That he's talking about Argynvost Hold. He's got to be. Which we had on our list because it matches up with that ghost, fallen night lingers in the dead dragon's lair.
Yeah, that's okay. Good. Yep, that's what I thought.
So that just kind of confirmed that for us.
Does he need any assistance from a band of merry adventurers, or does he know of anybody that needs of assistance?
When you ask that, he looks very surprised, but also immediately relieved, and he says, "Oh, thank the Lord of Light. Yes," he says. "Until very recently, the church was protected by more than these iron bars and doors and gates. He says we were protected by the bones of Holy Saint Andrel. They were sealed in a crypt beneath the church's main altar. But several nights ago, someone broke into the crypt at night and stole the bones of Saint Andrel." And he says, I feel that I can't keep my people as safe as possible, my parishioners as safe as possible, without having them back. He says if you could look into it, he would owe you such a great debt. He says I don't have really any way to pay you, but anything I could do to help, I would gladly do if you were able to recover them.
Yeah, happen to know a woman that sells dream pies.
He has no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, I can't think of her name.
Can we see the crypt? Do you have any leads, like any information other than someone breaking into it?
He can actually he says he would be glad to, point out the crypt. He says, in fact, he gestures behind him, and as you walk behind this altar / podium, there you can see where some of the flagstones in the floor look like they had been pried up and put back. And he says I'd rather not, do this with my parishioners here in the church, but if you lift up these flagstones, there's a small crypt underneath them. He says it's only about 8 foot by 8 foot, and with a small, not even a coffin, but just a resting place there. And he says, and I arrived a few mornings ago, and it was obvious that the stones had been moved. He says, I've been, opening this church up every day for almost 34 years. He says, I know when something's out of place. And I lifted the stones, and I dropped down there. He's got a little ladder he uses. And he says that I immediately found that the bones were missing.
Do we want to go down into the crypt and see if there's anything that someone left something behind or anything like that?
I mean, yeah, we probably...
I feel like that's a good place to start for it, right?
Yeah, to see if we can find any clues leading towards wherever.
And he's very hesitant to do this in view of the parishioners that are there. So if whoever's going to be lead on this, just give me a persuasion check.
Oh,
I mean,
I can. I mean, I can do it.
Or yeah,
Yeah.
Either or. Yeah, I don't care either way.
If we do it, can someone watch the parishioners to see if anyone doesn't seem surprised by it happening? So, like, if I try to convince him and open it, can we keep an eye on the group to see if there's anybody there who maybe leaves the building, who's returned to the scene of the crime, essentially?
Roll me a persuasion check, Chop. Okay. With the explanation that that's why you would rather do it while there are people here, he assents and says that would be fine.
Okay, cool. I guess I will start to pick up the tiles.
Yeah, while you do that, do I need to roll anything for, like, kind of keeping an eye on the peoples?
Yeah, if, Cramp, are you gonna stay and, look around, or are you gonna keep your eyes, or how you doing this, basically? Because at this point, the flagstones are still in place. So you just pick someone that's gonna tell me who's gonna do what.
So I imagine Brian can keep watch out while Shovel picks it up. I can jump down and investigate down beneath.
Yeah,
in the crypt.
You'll fit really well down there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just do that. Only check needed presently is going to be Piop's perception check.
Okie dokies.
Okay. As Shava pops open that flagstone with the assistance of like a belt knife, just to kind of get it wedged in there, and Cramp, you can hop down. Like I said, it's even smaller than he had kind of said. It's his guesstimate. It's really about like maybe a 6 by 6 square and only about 4.5 feet deep. And if you want to give me let's do an investigation. Is that still a skill?
Udez?
Mhm.
Yeah, give me an investigation check, and I'll be right. I'm gonna jump over to the other channel real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was decent. 50-50 shot.
So I don't know, Heather, if you've written down lots of stuff probably, but I just made
I have, yeah.
quick little notes of Haunted House, Mad Mage, and St. Bones, just so that I think that's all the stuff he's like hinted at so far, right? Of things.
Yeah,
To go.
I
in
kind of want to go
explore.
see the mayor too, because this mayor sounds a little kooky.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like they're hiding
So-
stuff.
I'm just
Oh.
keeping track of our quests.
As you investigate around, you don't really see anything of note in the crypt itself. It's again a flagged stone floor with a small, kind of a chest almost that used to hold the bones. If you open it, it's got an old velvet lining in it, and you can see kind of discolorations where the bones have been resting for years and years. The only thing you do notice is along the flagstone, the edge of it is kind of chipped a bit, where it looks like maybe as opposed to when Shava used a thinner, like bladed belt knife to pry open and get some leverage on stone, it looks like this was more of a larger, blunter type instrument was used to pry that stone up.
As I search around, like looking around the floor and stuff, do I see like any footprints or any markings of like scratch marks of what could have been down here, or how many people were in there?
You don't. Since it's largely been sealed off. There's really, there's not dust or anything. It's just a stone floor, stone walls. It's legitimately just about a 6 by 6 by about 4.5 foot tall hole that was dug under the church, and then stone laid, and then the walls were put up stone as well, and then this little kind of coffin altar box put down there and then sealed.
Priest Petrovich, is there any reason? I mean, I know you mentioned that you've used it as like a form of protection. Is there any reason someone else would want the bones for that same reason, or for other darker purposes?
He says that's what troubles him. He says because taking them out of this place, they would still be holy relics, but he says really without the religious rituals and the kind of built up holy magic, for lack of a better word, that exists in these churches when the relics reside in them for so long. He says they would not be. He says I don't know who would want them. He says this is the most logical place for them. This is where they do their best work, for lack of a better word. And by the way, Piap, when you for your perception check, you see some parishioners. They glance up. They kind of look curious as to what's going on. The kid sweeping kind of has stopped sweeping and is watching you. But overall, you get really more of a feel that this is curiosity.
Okay, good.
And there's no one that stays here in the evenings overnight?
He says that there occasionally are, depending if like the wolves have been howling outside the walls. He says, more heavily, then they do have some people that come here and stay just because it's more secure than their own homes. That's why they have those cots. He says, but he hasn't had anyone staying overnight for the last about week or so.
And no one else has keys to get into the building, and you didn't see any sign of forced entry?
He actually says the church is never locked unless they are taking shelter there, and then it is barred and locked. But other than that, it is always open, just in case someone needs a place of refuge.
Makes sense.
Okay.
All right.
Looking at with those markings, could have they been done by a crowbar, or was it by like edge of a knife or like an axe head? Can I distinguish the difference?
It's a little hard to tell. It doesn't look like a crowbar. It looks like the damage to it looks kind of wider, like a wider, I guess, pattern of what was inserted in there.
Shovel,
Short
maybe?
sword or something.
Yeah.
Something about like a shovel size, more so than like
okay.
a sword.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I hop on now.
When you toss me give me what insight checks again. I'll throw out.
Okidokis.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm glad y'all threw better than I did.
So Cramp and Piop, when you're talking about what might have caused this, when Piop mentions a shovel and Cramp kind of agrees, it would be about something that size. You both notice kind of a change in the father's expression. For a moment he looks startled and he looks sad.
Father, do you maybe have an inkling of who did this? If they used a shovel?
With a heavy sigh, Father Lucian, which is his first name, by the way, Lucian.
Oh, good.
I says, I had hoped not, but perhaps Milovej, he is my helper that does the maintenance on the church. He digs the graves and tends the grounds. And he's not happy with Vallaki and how it's been run, and I did not want to suspect, but I feel like the circumstances are starting to add up.
Where does he stay here, or does he stay somewhere else, or?
He says he should actually be outside, help maintaining the grounds right now.
Do we want to go and talk to him real quick, gang?
Yeah, take it easy. I wouldn't want to accuse him right off the get-go, but...
I thought you were saying take it easy.
No!
Just like,
just
take
take
your
it
gun.
easy.
You're like, all right. Take it easy, bud.
We're not going to accuse him, basically, but we are going to talk to him, because, we don't know who he is. But he might see us in Bolt, so that's something I want us to be prepared for.
So, as you guys talk about that, and if you want to make notes on anything else the father has said, I'm going to jump back over to mostly peasants and
do it.
handle the toy maker. So settle in. It might be a bit of a wait.
Yeah,
as they've
that's
been
fine.
Party it up. Yeah, I bet you it's the Gravedigger.
Yeah. If that hadn't come to light, I probably would have approached the boy who's sweeping.
Yeah, I was kind of happy that the insight or the perception on it kind of said that it wasn't anybody in here right now. So
Yeah.
let me see. Do I have? I have charm person. I could charm him when we go out there. I'm kicking myself because Bard has the I didn't ready it, but I can talk to animals as a spell. And I'm like, damn, it would have been great to talk to the ravens and see what the hell was going on. Because I also have animal friendship. So I could have made them friendly and talked to them and been like, yo, what the fuck? And maybe have gotten something out of them. But hopefully more so than Nevermore.
I wanted to trap one of them.
Yeah, that probably is not the best choice, but...
What? We can trap one and domesticate it. We can have a raven.
I still
They are
think
smart.
They are, yes. I still think that they may have been controlled by somebody because the spell thing or the branch thing that Morgan used didn't, like, it doesn't really affect that from what I understand.
Yeah, it had no effect because it's insight.
It's not a construct,
Yeah.
which is like what you would see with like a artificer or something like that, where they bring to life something that's inanimate.
Yeah.
And it's a raven, so I'm thinking it might have been like somebody warging out on it, you know? Oh, hey, look. There's I'm guessing that's probably their toy maker.
Oh, he's creepy looking with that monkey.
So we've got the haunted
Looks like a
house we
jester.
need to go to.
Yeah.
We go talk to the gravedigger guy, and we have the mad mage being all shocky. And And the haunted house is the dragon dude.
Is
place.
Yeah, it's Argynvost.
Yeah, so, which is good. I mean, that was already something we were gonna go and look at some point. Should make notes about we had the creepy dream lady and daughters.
Yeah, I made a couple notes about her too.
I put Strahd Castle, probably bad. You know, probably. Cool, so we have some quests.
Well, if this conversation with Milavaj goes well, it may not.
I'm
It may
thinking
be
I might use...
good for us. Charm
Yeah,
person wouldn't be a bad
I'm
idea.
thinking it might be a good idea is like right as we walk up, just charm him immediately.
Yeah.
Because he'd have to, let's see, charm person. He has to do a wisdom saving throw. And since we won't be fighting, if we don't attack him first, he doesn't get advantage. His wisdom saving throw would be against my spell DC. So, I mean, he's gonna have some problems beating that unless he just rolls really good.
Yeah. And if that doesn't work, my persuasion's pretty high,
Well,
so I could try to persuade him to
The only
disclose where he
downside-
stored them.
the only downside to charm person is when the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. So, he may not be a very happy person once that ends, but it lasts for an hour if it goes off properly. Yeah, I think that might be a good way. Try to get the info out of him, you know, because then your persuasion check should be easier if he considers us to be a friend. I would think. It'd be more forthcoming, I guess. Might be able to drag out, you know, did he steal it, or I'm almost tempted to say that we should kind of tackle it in the sense of, you know, well, could somebody have maybe gotten your shovel or something, you know, or something like that, to kind of do the Law and Order style of getting the bad guy to, you know, fess up by himself. I don't know. Just thoughts.
No, I like it. I'm interested to see if he owns up to it. I'm assuming that the charm person will help that. But-
yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
The priest also mentioned that he's unhappy with how things are being run in Vallaki, so maybe if it doesn't work, we have the option to try to convince him. Like, see what we can do to help, maybe.
Yeah. And maybe he's like, you know, I really want to fucking leave this place. Be like, alright, cool, you know, we're pretty good about helping people get to places. We successfully brought 2 people all the way over here past freaking the giant-ass castle of Doom.
But it's not a thing about making it accurate.
Service?
It's a thing about making it
What'd you
feel
say,
right.
babe?
We're a courier service.
Yeah, we're a human courier service. Hold on, wait a second. I think the term for that is trafficking, and that's usually frowned upon.
Well, it depends on what you're trafficking.
Trafficking implies that something illegal is going on, I feel like. We're not doing anything illegal, per se.
Well, I mean, hold on, wait a second. We don't know the
We're
laws
just-
of this land. We're in a
That's
very
fair.
different place. Strahd
just
might be
the-
like, yo, I'm the lord here, so I'm in charge, and I say you can't be putting people in other towns. You never know.
We're just the early Western Union.
Yeah.
You know,
You
if
need
it's an
money
answer
anywhere you
that's
go?
an error that feels good,
Yeah.
leave it in. You know, you want those.
Can dogs have pineapple?
Pineapple?
I'll say.
Think about making it accurate. Think about making it
Can
accurate.
There's a lot of
dogs have
sugar.
Pineapple. I mean, I would guess that they probably can.
Yep.
Yeah, small amounts.
Mm-hmm.
They say to avoid canned pineapple, though, because syrup in canned fruits usually has way too much sugar.
Oh, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
Are you cutting open that pineapple right now?
do it.
I did.
Also, make sure you save the top of it, and you can grow pineapples. They're actually super easy to grow here.
We could definitely do that, actually, babe.
But it's not a thing about
That is
making it
true.
accurate.
But
Yeah. But
we have to wait 3 to 7 years.
That's fine.
no,
It's
well,
a sacrifice I'm willing
yeah,
to make.
yeah. I mean, they can take a while to grow.
It's about
Uh,
getting it to feel right.
But yeah, all you do is you just take the top of the pineapple and trim it so that there's no pineapple flesh left. And then you take off like the bottom few leaves, like you know how like the leaves are like the sharp sticks out. So you just kind of peel them off. They kind of pull off almost like an onion because they're in like a stacking pattern that kind of rotates around the pineapple's center, for lack of a better term. So you peel off a few of those, so you have like a little stalk, maybe half an inch-ish long, and stick that into some soil so that the leaves are, you know, sticking out, and the little stalk part sticks down into the ground so that it'll start spreading out its roots, and you just keep it alive. They do not like freezing temperatures though, so you do have to be careful. If like you put it in your yard, you'll probably want to, you know, cover it.
If it's an accident, that's an error that feels good, then you
But-
leave it in.
You know,
Too much work. If it can't live on its own.
You know?
I mean, they
You
can
want
survive
those.
freezing. It's just very dependent on how long does the freezing last, and how warm is the soil to keep them alive. Like up north kind of thing, where it like freezes and snows. Yeah, no, you're never gonna be able to freaking get a pineapple to grow, you know, without some serious stuff. Down here, we may be okay, just because, I mean, we don't really hit freezing that much. I don't know. Stick it in the ground. What's the worst thing that happens? It dies.
Oh, it's going to go in the compost anyways.
It's acidic. We probably shouldn't put it in the compost.
I'll put it in the other compost.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know if pineapple's acidity would be bad for a compost or not. It may
Yeah.
break down too quickly for it to matter.
Yeah, that's fair. It's different when it's citrus. Citrus is a big no-no.
I don't know, Google it. You have access to all of human knowledge at your fingertips.
Right?
Hello, fat pup. How are you?
Hi, Dina.
Oh, fat pup.
Have they done any rolls yet?
Yes. Morgan has
Oh,
done a
okay.
perception check and rolled a 19. Oh, actually, so did Theria. She rolled a 10. Isn't it fun when we split the party? I know Mike hates it, but I'm like, look, it would make sense. I got your butt, pup. She's been very excited about her seahorse, the gigantic seahorse. we
Oh,
got
the
her.
gigantic one.
Oh yeah, no, this is the best $10 we have ever spent. Speaking of which, wonder, we'll grab a bunch more of them. We totally need to get a bunch of them. PetSmart, because I think they have a bunch of other ones too. Brand. No clue. The picture they have on here. Here, actually, I'm just gonna take a picture of it because it is just too great. It's like they practically got my dog to take a picture with this, and they are just the most excited looking ever. Mer. Just look how adorable that is. The dog's like, yeah, I got this. You have such a hard life, don't you, pup? She's laying on the couch now, just chilling. They have a mermaid, a tuna, and a squid.
That's precious.
Yeah, I mean it's literally $9.99.
Oh wow.
Like they're really cheap for something, and it's so big that she can't get it out the doggy door. She hasn't even attempted to. So I'm like, oh, perfect. You know, it's not gonna go and get all screwed up outside. It's just if she can successfully chew through it one day, then there's probably gonna be a lot of fluff in my house. But there's always fluff in my house, so.
Yeah. Tina.
She's like, but I'm so happy.
For sure.
Meanwhile, my dog is trying so hard to keep her eyes open while she slowly falls to sleep on the couch.
Oh yeah, the girls they were definitely just passed out. Lincoln's in his crate.
Oh, that's right. You have all the dogs.
Oh
there now.
yeah. The chicken's in the other room. It's been a great weekend. I've been in bed at like 8 o'clock every night.
Nice. You had any of the dogs meet any of the chickens yet?
Yes. Athena doesn't like them. Nye and Lincoln could care less.
Oh, perfect. See, that's exactly, like, I know you guys were having bets on will a dog kill one of the chickens, and I was like, no. I'm like, they don't care.
I think Athena would if she got her hands on one. But I don't think Nye and Lincoln would care.
Yeah. It's not really a food source for a dog, so the only thing they would have is trying to play and maybe overplay with it.
Yes. I read about all the different like predators you have to like watch out for. So like we have an owl that's local. Foxes.
Yep. Wolves, though, don't know how close they get to you guys.
Not as much in this area, but between snakes, owls, and
Snakes, yeah.
dogs, those are going to be some like the bigger ones that we'll have to look out for. The owl is the one I'm really worried about because we know that there is an owl that is in this area. Like, was in my yard 2 days ago in this area. So when they're little, that's why they're in the house right now. But even when they're bigger, I read about like the signs of like
Foxes
how
still
like
get to them.
So the way we have the coop built is it's risen up off the ground,
Make it
and it's
harder.
all sealed. Yeah. So hopefully that'll be okay.
Well, I have a bird right now at my window, eating out of my bird feeder, so that's nice.
Oh, I know, that's so cool.
Especially because, so the office window is the one that we put the that reflective
Feeder on,
stuff
right?
on. Well, yeah, so we have the feeder, but we also have the reflective stuff. So I'm standing probably, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches away from this bird through a window, and he has no clue I'm here.
Yeah. Fina. Thank you. Thank you for protecting the house.
She's like, yeah, they gotta know I'm here.
Fina. The neighbors are talking about putting up a privacy fence.
Which ones?
would be awesome
the
for
ones
us.
on the right side there with the
Yeah.
other dog? Yeah.
Because the fence was damaged in the hurricane. But of course, when insurance looks at it, they're like, oh, sorry, that was damaged by the floodwaters. Whatever. So they're talking about putting up a privacy fence, which would be nice for us, because then we could just put a privacy fencing on the front side of our house.
Yeah.
So that would be nice. Because we wouldn't do it along the back or the side that is against the private property, because they've got like 6-foot fences already
Yeah, yeah.
with barbed wire, and things are not getting in, and we keep that just keep everything trimmed back there.
Yeah.
Okay, they've thrown some good rolls.
I'm not even paying attention. I'm looking at this bird. Chilling.
What's that?
Hello?
I'm a little afraid.
How's it going?
Well, you know,
Good.
just
All right.
watching this bird eat food. How you doing?
All right, what are we doing?
We're gonna
We
go
gotta
talk to that guy.
To the dude, yeah.
The
Actually, what
Neil
we're
of Age.
gonna do is I'm gonna use Charm Person on him before he, decides to become hostile or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know when that is. I don't know if we walk outside and see him or.
Yeah.
So if you walk outside and you kind of just don't see anything initially, if you walk around to the side of the church, you start hearing some noise, and as you turn the corner, you see this fella.
Oh, well.
He looks. Oh, that's not how I spelled his name.
Close. He's a brawny lad,
Yeah.
perpetually furrowed brow, and he's got a hoe in his hand, and he's kind of chopping away at some weeds that are at the base of the church.
So I'm gonna use Charm Person on him then.
All right,
So he has to do a Wisdom saving throw.
that is correct. So let me get him pulled up. He fails it hilariously.
Fantastic. He's now my best friend forever. Well, for an hour.
Yeah. So he now regards you as a friendly acquaintance.
Yay! So, I guess I'll walk up to him then and ask him how things are going. You know, some small talk to break the ice.
Yeah. Working hard or hardly working?
Exactly, yeah, you know.
Yeah, he chit chats, talks about how, he's just getting rid of these darn weeds. It seems like every time you get rid of them, they just come back. There's even more of them.
Alright, ask him. I guess I'll ask him about his shovel. You know, has he been using it recently, or?
He says, yeah, doing maintenance.
Does that include maintenance inside of the church?
He says, well, he swaps out the oil in the lamps and the candles.
Okay.
Did you notice anything strange a few days ago when you were swapping out the oils and the candles?
No, nothing strange.
Has there been anyone who's shown a lot of interest in the church recently?
And no, just really just you get the parishioners that come in, and I haven't had anyone had to hide there for a while. But
What do you think of Valaki and how things have been here?
So he says, oh, hold on, where'd he go? There he goes. Sorry about that. There he is. He's frustrated. He'll tell you that he's just frustrated with this whole parade of festivals and the mayor's idea that all's going to be fine as long as we, keep everything as normal and keep everything happy, and just angry about that. He wants to be free. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be stuck in Barovia, but he doesn't see any hope of it. He just a simmering teenage anger.
If he had his choice, where would he go?
He just says away, somewhere where there's sun.
Okay.
Hmm.
What you know about the Saint Bones?
And so he kind of stutters and hems and haws, and occasionally he starts to speak and then almost chokes the words back and then doesn't say anything.
Well, we're Milovich,
Within
we're
an
amongst
P-up.
friends. Ooh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, P-up with your familiarity with the charm person spell. You automatically know that this is someone that is under the influence of the spell, but is still fighting to hold back from saying something that he doesn't want to talk about.
Okay.
We're amongst friends here, Milovich. We just had heard about it, and we're asking on behalf of Priest Petrovich to return those bones to their rightful resting place. Is there anything that you can tell us?
And pretty much the same thing again, as he's almost at this point literally choking on words.
Trying to think how the best way to get info about it out of him.
Yeah, I was hoping I could persuade him to share a little bit more, but I'm not the one with the charm person, so I don't know if that has any bearing on it either. I could threaten him, but I think that would be frowned upon.
Could we try a persuasion roll on him to see if we could convince him to spill the beans?
Yeah. Go for it.
Alright. Why not? This is not gonna go well. But I figure that it's probably me that have the highest chance of getting him to talk.
So he breaks down and in fact starts sobbing, and
I do have that effect on people.
yeah. He says that he finally stutters out that he was paid by Henrik Vandervoort. That's Henrik Van der Voort, V-O-O-R-T, the local coffin maker. He was paid to steal the bones. He needed the money to help feed his younger brothers and sisters.
Expected.
Teams. Tears
Okay.
streaming down his face. Snot-nosed. Gulping ugly cry.
I'd like to give him 5 gold pieces.
You sure you're not a paladin?
If you drop those into, when you drop those
I've been
into his
hungry,
hand,
so I know what it's like. What'd you say?
when you drop those into his hand, he looks at them and at you like a literal dragon has descended from the sky and invited him to tea.
I know what it's like to be hungry, and I don't wish that on anyone.
Cool. Does he know where the coffin maker
Side
is?
Side note, this kid now has more money than 98% of this entire town.
Perfect. Does he know where the coffin maker lives or where he might be?
He does. He lives. He has his shop and his house that's attached to it is in the stockyard.
Okay, perfect. Well, then we could probably go that direction next, everybody.
Does he still have the bones, or did he already give it to what's his face?
He
You
gave
know-
him to what's his face.
All right.
Yeah,
Good,
already gave it to him.
good
Okay.
question. It's like, cool stuff. You
Vanderport.
hold on to those bones. We're gonna go talk to this other dude.
He's as you leave, he's like, "Did you want these?" Or-
Yeah, it's just-
Uh,
they're just sitting here. No. Cool. Awesome.
He opens up his jacket and there's just a skeleton disassembled hanging.
What are you buying?
Bones.
Yeah, no. We gave you that 5 gold for the bones, you know. No.
Yeah, this kid is gonna roll up into the inn later, just like fucking throwing bills around.
I love it. I think
Yeah.
that was a great charm person spell.
I think so too.
Cool. Well, let's, I guess, go and talk to the next guy then.
Yeah.
Dr. Vanderhort.
Yeah.
All right. So if you are traveling along the main road going east there, coincidentally, crazy how this happens is as you get to around the front of the inn, you run into the rest of your party who have arrived at the exact same time.
Yay!
In the direct
Oh,
Yay!
from the toy shop,
oh, wait, hold on. Pause. Don't tell us anything yet.
I will not.
Okay.
Too late, they're all here.
Dang it.
All right,
Do
no.
you want us
Priest,
to leave?
church people, go back to your channel. Get out of
Okay.
here.
Yep. John, get in there.
There you go. I drug him down.
Oh, okay.
Just carrying him around everywhere we go.
It makes it easier.
Yeah. Gotta share all this info with our handy dandy squad here in a minute. Wouldn't it be interesting if the quest lines come together?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm downloading No Man's Sky again to.
Mm.
They've done a lot of updates since the last time I played, which was well, it says today now, but that's not true in the slightest.
It's been a while though, because I haven't heard a lot about No Man's Sky for a couple years now.
Yeah. Yeah, they've done a lot of new updates and stuff to it, it looks like. So I'm like, yeah, what the hell, you know?
Yeah.
Go play that a little bit. And then I'm re-downloading Jurassic World Evolution because I'm working from home tomorrow, so fuck it, you know, why not run a dinosaur park while I'm supposed to be working. I have a meeting tomorrow is the only big thing I have going on.
Oh. Got my one-on-one, and that's about it though, I think.
I was supposed to have a one-on-one like last Tuesday, and then it got pushed back to Friday because my boss put me on like some real like emergency project kind of stuff. And then he never called me on Friday. And I was like, alright. My bra, I don't care if I have a one-on-one or not. Is John in the chat right now still, or did he wander off?
I'm still here.
Did you do that interview Thursday again, or whatever? Or?
Oh, for the bankruptcy spot?
Yeah.
I had it. I haven't heard anything back from it yet, so.
Just curious.
Grant.
What you thought of it?
Oh. So, one of the questions was a mock call of a upset member calling in on why he was denied a credit card application after his Chapter 7 bankruptcy was discharged. So more or less like an escalated call in regards to it, but at the same time, I have no idea what processes happens in regards to that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And so more or less, I felt like it was kind of stupid in a sense for the fact that without knowing the systems, what actually goes on with the bankruptcies and stuff like that, and they're like it's kind of loose in that aspect. But at the same time, I'm like, I did what I did.
I know that bankruptcy in general hurts. I mean, your credit score.
Yeah.
Chapter 7 relief.
Chapter 7's where basically everything, all your debt gets wiped.
Yeah, you don't do a repayment plan.
No, that's
so effectively
13.
your all of your debtors get, fucked. So I'm sure that hurts a lot worse than, a repayment plan under Chapter 13 where, you have they get something back out of you. Maybe not the full amount, but at least. So it probably hurts you less. So yeah, I don't really actually know what the policy is on that, but.
So apparently, he was denied, and in the being denied, because technically it was saying he had to repay the amount of the credit card he had previously that was charged off in bankruptcy. And I asked him, I was like, so I asked them, I was like, afterwards, I was like, what's the technically thing? And they're like, yeah, we don't do anything with that. We have no control. We have nothing to do over that. I'm like, that's a stupid thing. Why have that, why have that conversation if technically...
Question, yeah.
If technically we have no control over any of that.
Yeah.
That's just credit cards passing it along to us. I'm like, that's fabulous. That's fucking great.
Yeah, I guess it could make sense because it would be going back onto the credit card teams, their policies versus the bankruptcy team, which effectively said, "Yep, we did the bankruptcy stuff. We don't care anymore." Oh, hey, look.
Did what we
Hey.
did.
Back in the real world.
Priest Town.
This Priest World. Get your names correct.
You were so excited about that channel.
as
You had
the-
it renamed.
So as you leave the toy shop and head back toward the area of the inn, you fortuitously run straight into the rest of your party in the road, which is crazy. It's crazy what a coincidence that is.
Yeah.
What a
It's
coinky
like,
dink.
it's like the stars aligned and forced it to happen.
It is like that, but different.
But different. Well, Heather, you probably made much more detailed notes than me.
Yeah, I did.
So if you wish to share what amazing
Um,
things we learned.
We're actually in the middle of a side quest, a fetch quest, for Priest Petrovich. We are actually on the lookout for the bones of Saint Andril that were stolen. Well, they were stolen by this kid, but the kid was
Maintenance
paid
man.
off by Vandervoort, the
coffin
coffin maker, to steal the bones. So we're in the middle of trying to go find Vandervoort because we need to figure out why he stole the bones. But then we got some more information from the priest about the Mad Mage on the northern edge of the lake. And he got his name because he likes to just shoot lightning bolts into the water of the lake.
And he's
so
been
that's
missing for
fun.
a while. No one's seen him.
He
for a bit.
has. Yep. And then they mentioned Argynvost Hold. He didn't call it that. He called it the Haunted Mansion. But he mentioned that a dragon died there, which aligns with what we've learned about Argynvost. So sounds like Argynvost is may want to be like our next step after we wrap up at Vallaki, as a side note.
Cool.
So by the way, note-taking people,
Yeah.
where are you taking? Are you taking notes in the?
No.
I've got
I
a
am.
OneNote. I've got a OneNote pulled up.
I have
it on
a
the wall.
Google Doc open.
I'm
Just
trusting
so-
my ears.
because I can't read my own handwriting on one of the things I wrote over here. Yeah, it's great. Could someone please give me the names of the cards that were pulled, by the way?
Oh, they're in the Discord chat.
They are.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here,
I
I'll
have
pin them.
I have them too.
I'm
Yeah,
at
just
it,
pin
so
it.
I'll pin it.
Yeah,
Okay.
just pin it.
I just pinned it.
Meh. Look at there.
So now you can just go to pinned messages, Mike.
Thank you.
What time is it in the game? Like, do I need to be making my way back to the inn to hold up my side of the deal?
It's it's late afternoon, I would say now.
So I can run around fetch questing a bit with my party.
Yeah, let's go shake down this coffin maker. Oh, what
Well,
did you guys learn
Yeah.
at the toy
Um,
maker?
I hold up my little bag of toys.
So, yeah.
We got
He-
presents.
He's a sad man. Oh,
He looked it in the picture we saw.
yeah,
It was
he's
yeah.
a sad man. He's got a monkey named Piccolo, who's great. Piccolo's awesome. We have a guy we need to go meet. I assume we're in the middle of the street right now.
So I'm just gonna take the bag of toys from Morgan's hand. I'm gonna
You're
pull
stronger
out.
than me.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the gallows and be like, "These are for the kids." I'm not giving you guys a bunch of time to look at these things, so they just look ridiculous.
There's a
A
gallows,
and a carousel.
a carousel
and then
with like wolves.
I
and
pull out a
children
doll,
screaming.
and I'm gonna hold this out for a little bit longer, and I'm like pointing at it, like, "Doesn't she look familiar?" And you guys are
Looks
just staring
like
at me.
Irina.
It looks like Irina, which was a little alarming to us. So we offered to deliver it to one of the mayor's employees named
Who
Isaac.
ordered it?
Yeah, who's ordered several dolls before. So we got a creepy doll person,
He has a claw, but he's a human.
Yeah, Isaac.
Yeah, the guy
Where does
who
he
has
live?
ordered creepy doll.
Oh, stepping out of game for a moment. Because there are, in the Taroka deck, apparently things are named the same thing multiple times. We need to make a note adjustment.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
The marionette
Mm-hmm.
is a entirely different reading. So, keep marionette, but instead of the man with two heads living great hunger and sorrow, it is actually going to read.
Son of a bitch.
Ready?
Man with
Look
claw.
to great heights. Find the beating heart of the castle. He waits nearby.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, so that's totes about the Strahd Castle, I guess.
Yeah.
So we did learn.
Sorry about that.
Blinsky did ask one final favor of us, since we offered to do him the favor of delivering the doll here that we have highlighted for our group that is not at all suspicious.
Doesn't sound
He let us know that he looks up to the great toy maker Von Weird, and that his greatest creation, a clockwork man that can live on its own and do things off on its own, is rumored to be located, and I lowered my voice, in Castle Ravenloft. And if we ever happen to be in that area, to keep an eye out for that for him.
Okay. I need a side quest list.
Yeah, I've been keeping them in my log in Fantasy Grounds.
Also, he has not seen Mary's daughter at all.
The doll was
see
sold a
what
very long time ago.
Do me a favor, guys. Go to your party sheet where like the party inventory is. Can you access the final tab that says XP?
No.
Okay. Alright. I have all your quests in there. I just didn't know if you could see them or not.
Oh,
For my own purposes of tracking them, I guess.
I am gonna try something though.
alright, so I have Deliver Toys. Castle Place has a tech dude. Creepy Dream Lady and Daughters are at the Bone Mill. Haunted House, which is the Dragon Dude place. Mad Mage, the north, which is the north of the river. Saint Bones, which is stolen, and we gotta go and kick some coffin maker ass. And Castle Strahd's probably bad. That's what my stuff says.
And we're still looking for the girl.
Legitimately says Strahd Castle prob bad.
Yeah. No, you think I'm kidding, but 1,000%. That's exactly
I know.
what it says.
I'm looking right at it. It's
Uh-huh.
amazing.
Uh-huh.
Strahd Castle, probably bad.
Yeah.
I just like the probably.
Yeah.
That's what's really
So-
selling it for me.
Just question, in the little notes section in Fantasy Grounds, I just added my notes from talking to Blinsky and made it public. Can you guys see it?
No.
Yes.
Maybe? No.
Can confirm.
Like, it's not formatted the way I would like it to be formatted, but they're there.
Oh.
I might
notes.
actually, let me...
That section. Blinksky. Oh. Look at there.
Yeah, like, you can't really do anything with the formatting, so... I'm playing with it a little bit. So maybe we could keep notes here, I guess.
We should make like a quest list in here.
Yeah.
So like we could have notes about each thing, and then we could have a quest list. Sorry, this is just currently meta shit.
Yeah.
Well, I totes want to go kick some coffin maker ass because I'm running on a high right now because I successfully charmed that dude in order to get all this great information. So yeah. And
Yeah,
even
let's do
with
that
a
for
-1 on my persuasion roll on top of it, I still rolled fucking great.
What we've learned
ex-
is that the gnomes always need a chaperone to make sure that they are rolling things that are fun.
It went fantastic.
They did great. It was great. We learned a lot. So, coffin maker.
I was trying to find a D&D meme there,
Oh.
but in relation to the church episode,
Hmm.
and it's like it shows a picture of a kid, like from some anime, and in the background you see their soul like rising from their body, and below it says the orphan that lives behind this shop that makes 1 copper piece every 4 weeks when the party tosses them 5 gold pieces to give them directions to the jail.
Yeah, I may have thrown 5 gold to the kid that got paid to steal the bones.
Yeah, he was not real.
Yeah.
He was pretty upset.
He was.
Because really, he only did it because...
He had to feed his siblings.
Yeah, so
Aw.
she's playing the paladin even though she's not a paladin anymore. And
It's like to be hungry. I stole for a long time because of being hungry. So, yeah, I'm
Not
gonna
playing
have a little
Paladin,
sympathy if I have the
she's
money.
using her character background.
Me.
Oh my god. I just figured this out. Oh yay.
What out?
How to format the notes and
Oh.
I gotta fix them. They're driving me crazy. But now I know how to tape them in here at least.
all right, there
Go.
you go.
Well, she does that.
Yeah, I'm listening, I promise.
As you go east and head to the stockyard, as you enter it, has several locked sheds along its periphery, some warehouse, a sign, read Aerosec Stockyard. Parked down at the south end is that carnival wagon, it looks like, peeling colorful paint. Now that you're a little closer, you can see it says on its side, Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders, with a heavy padlock on the door. There is a general store there, as well as being a place where you can rent storage sheds. And then you look to the west, and there's a large, uninviting shop about 2 stories tall, has a sign shaped like a coffin above the front door. All of the window shutters are closed up tight, and a deathly silence surrounds the establishment. Bum bum bum! And cliffhanger, because that's actually the end for today.
Yay! Oh,
Yay.
look how good your formatting's looking.
Right?
Yeah, crushing it on that.
Versus mine.
Where is this? I haven't actually pulled it up.
On the right side of your
Um,
screen, you'll have like character notes, images, stuff like that. Click on notes, and you'll see the. And you can actually add stuff.
I
and
don't
decide.
see a note.
It's on the right hand side underneath
Oh, under my
characters,
character
notes.
sheet?
No.
No.
All
On the
way
whole
over.
right hand side.
Yeah. You might not have your thing set up though for play mode then.
Yeah, click options and the little gear icon option
Yeah.
top right, and go to sidebar, and you can see what you can add over there. Click and
I don't
remove.
see notes.
It's right in the middle.
Oh, yeah, I do. Right in the middle. Thank you.
Mhm.
It's a great slogan. They managed to convince an entire continent, if not the globe, that eating a foot of bread was.
Alright, cool. They're all formatted now, finally.
Oh yeah, they bought toys.
Yeah, I told them.
You told them about the toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, all their
I gave them a
crazy
brief
toys.
view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our quests do need to include. Wait, do they? Need to include Gertruda. We still haven't found her.
Okay, add it.
I'm adding it.
Yeah, you hit it, and then you can
I
just.
bet she's
click
gonna format it too.
Oh,
Oh, I would
change
love
it
for
so
her
that-
format.
it's read only right now.
Is it?
Yeah, so will you open it up and then do the little lock that's
It's unlocked.
right underneath the
it
X?
says. Now
Yeah, it
it's
says
locked.
it's unlocked.
Now it's unlocked.
Oh yeah, and as it says in the bottom of the Blinsky notes, we gave him 5 gold and told him if he sees her or if Isaac comes back asking for another creepy doll,
Who is
to let
calling?
us know.
Oh,
Probably your
Mm.
mother.
no.
or
my
your
Can
brother.
someone go into the Blinsky one and see if they can do anything with those notes? Because I wonder if we can't edit notes.
I
'Cause
can't do anything with those notes.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
can't either.
I can.
Michael, that's not helpful.
You said someone.
I'm looking at the help stuff right now.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think it has to be the owner.
That's dumb.
Okay, I'm gonna take this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't you take that quest thing then? And
Will you just copy and paste that into Discord for me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Blah.
Thanks.
And then I'm just gonna do this and do delete. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. Now you can make one that looks better and probably is much more better laid out.
Let me... Does anyone want to see how I'm doing this?
You're doing great. Keep up the good work.
I think they're
Thing to
just
know?
gonna. I think they're just gonna intend for you to do it.
Okay. The
Well, 'cause-
formatting of the notes
yeah,
in here.
I mean, if we can't, change anything on them, it's fine. Just whoever is gonna do them will have to.
Yeah.
That's weird that you can't make it where.
There has to be a setting. Like, if we're a party, we should be able to go in and edit notes. Right?
I don't know. I just don't know.
You're supposed to know everything.
I know that I don't know that.
Oh, hey, did you know that there's an entire house rule section within the options?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool.
Do we want to talk about our next session?
Yeah.
I think the 19th would be Mike's next weekend off.
It's actually
no,
it's the
It's coming.
11th, 12th, and 13th.
Oh, that's weird.
What?
Wait, no.
No,
should
it
be
is
the
the
19th.
19th.
19th, right?
Because
like,
today's a
wait.
Monday. Because today's a
Wait.
Monday.
I don't want to go back to work this weekend.
Today's Monday. I forgot that.
Yeah. Wait, what? Doesn't that mean that it's the 5th and the 6th? Or
Yeah.
5th and
Yeah,
6th?
but there was something that we couldn't do at this
I
point.
have to work on Saturday.
Yeah.
Ah, that's what. Okay, right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it is the 18th or 19th.
Yeah.
Right.
So 19th ideally, because that's
19th,
Saturday.
Yeah. And y'all's your other session, your other campaign
Yeah,
is
it's
starting
Sundays.
Sundays.
Brian, is the tech dude, is that the clockwork person we talked about?
Yeah, whatever dude you were talking about. That
Yeah,
has the
Brian
cool-
called it a tech dude.
Yeah, he's the tech dude.
Brian struggles with notes, but I love him dearly.
I mean, he nailed the fact that Strahd's castle is props bad.
Yeah, he's prob bad.
Yeah.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, none of us have actually gone and tried to talk to him yet. He could actually be like, yeah, no, bro, I'm like totally chill. Here, let me help you guys, like, get back to where you're supposed to be or whatever.
All these people have been trying to kill me for so long.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, I'm not in charge of the werewolves. Like, what? Who the fuck thinks I would be in charge
It was
of that
the
shit?
Wild West when I got here, and I instituted law and order
Yeah,
to
he could
save
be-
them from themselves.
He could be great, man. You never
It's
know.
Deliver Toys, the doll.
Yeah,
Okay.
Isaac.
What's Mad Mage?
Mad Mage
Oh.
is what we found out. So we don't really have a lot about him. So the priest dude was like, yo, we used to see this Mad Mage dude, or that's what they called him, because he would just shock the lake with lightning up on the north shore of the lake.
Okay.
And they're like, yeah, we haven't seen him in a while. And we're like, oh, that sounds kind of weird.
Okay.
That could just be world building for all I know.
Haunted House, that's also Haunted House Dragon Dude, that's also from the priest,
That's-
right?
That's
Yeah.
all Argon Voss told.
Yeah,
That's
we're assuming
Argon
that,
Voss,
yeah,
which
he's
is on
talking
our
about.
list, yeah.
Because a dragon supposedly died at that haunted house / mansion-y kind of thing. So they're like, yeah, it's haunted. It's not cool. But, you know, one of our tarot cards said, yo, there's a dude there that's real chill. So, should probably go there. At some point.
Argon Vostold.
Don't you love my notes? Aren't they fantastic?
Saint Bones. Is that
That's,
also from the priest?
Yeah, and that's the one that we're about to go
Okay.
kick in the coffin maker's home or whatever. I might charm him again, you know. Make him give up the
Coffin
bones.
maker.
The bones basically.
I'm
are
gonna bold that
supposed
one
to-
since that's the one that we were gonna do next, right?
Sure. They're supposedly the bones help protect the church. So, you know, he just wants them back, basically. He's like, yo, somebody stole them, and we've traced it back to the coffin maker here, so.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have much of a reward that he can give us, but, you know.
Okay.
Probably doing good things for the church in this town is probably a good thing for us. Oh,
Yep.
the mayor sounds like a piece of shit. Or
Yeah,
at
he
least
does.
something weird's going on because he keeps doing like all these crazy festivals and stuff, and he kind of seems to just be of the mind of basically being like, you know, if we all act happy, we'll be happy.
Is that why there's a carnival?
I mean, maybe it's connected to that.
Yeah, the carnival could be connected.
The
Basically-
power
Hey,
of everything.
Yeah, about
What
a
was
week
that?
ago they had the wolf's head thing, so that's why we have all the wolf's heads around. And soon they're going to have the what was it, Rising Sun or something?
Festival
like
of the
that?
Blazing Sun.
That.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we missed the Wolf's Head Jamboree.
that's what it was called. Yeah,
That's fun. I
isn't it great?
I traveled with carnivals for a bit before I was an adventurer, so
See,
I'm
You're gonna
excited.
fit in well here.
Oh, cool. Okay. Just playing with some formatting here.
Oh, I'm sure you're doing a fantastic job at it.
Side quest are updated. I added a little bit more notes to it.
Look at that.
Lightning,
Oh my god, I'm watching you type it. Oh, that's weird.
Lake,
realize I could
something,
do that.
right?
Yeah.
Hasn't.
Hasn't been seen in. How long did it say? Like a month or something?
I think he just said a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know
Okay,
if that
cool.
Mad Mage one is something we're going to be able to pursue, but good to have in our back pocket just in case.
Yeah.
I figured it was worth saying.
Yeah.
out loud.
Knowing about, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
it's
if
kind of good.
A quest necessarily, but I kind of considered it a you know, maybe finding him could be interesting.
I'm not
Looking
certain
into.
we've stumbled on any of the things regarding the essentially tarot cards yet, which is mildly concerning.
But is it because when we look at like the places that we predicted for those, I don't think we've come across anything about it yet.
Why are you typing? What are you doing?
No, I pulled that from the notes. That's in the side quest, and I made it a little chat thing so that I could just put it into the chat.
Fun.
I'm playing with
She's doing all
hold
the
on
fun
one second.
things.
I'm playing with formatting. Sorry guys.
Oh.
And then tables are nice.
Anywho, while she does that,
Sorry.
now that we've reached the quest hub, or at least a quest hub,
Yay!
let's talk about Barovia and the Curse of Strahd. So, this is a sandbox adventure, and it is, we'll say it's like playing Skyrim with leveling mods on. You can go pretty much wherever you want on this large map of Barovia, but just be aware that not everything is going to be level appropriate for you, and there are no signs that state what the levels are. So it is entirely possible that you will find out where you shouldn't go yet when you arrive somewhere and are murdered.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Okay, I'm
So,
glad-
just
glad we
a
talked
heads
about
up, this whole map of Barovia does not level with you. It
Oh, shit,
stays the
okay.
same regardless of where you are.
Okay.
I just had a thought, guys, looking at the thing.
What's up?
The Mad Mage, it was the lake he was sending stuff into?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the northern edge of the lake.
Full blessed by the white sun. We
Which
had
lake
Luna
was
Lake
it?
written down. We had Luna Lake written down, but I would wonder if the lightning, like the white lightning vibes, unless it was force lightning and purpley.
You didn't say, yeah. I
I
can't
would
remember
wonder.
if he said Zarevich or Baratok.
I would wonder though if that might be a lead on the healer card.
He would be talking about Zarevich because that is the lake that is actually
Right up against it. Okay.
connected to
Yeah,
Valaki.
for some reason my brain said that he said the Valaki Lake, and I was like, I don't remember seeing that. So, it could be him though. He could be related to it. It may be worth taking a look at him too. It is on the quest screen now for us. Oh god, what is up with your tables going on here?
What are you talking about?
Just tables are expanding
On what?
on your side notes page.
I'm in
Table.
a different. Click out of it and go back in it because I don't have a table now.
Open. Oh, still a table.
Okay.
Still
me find
see
out what's up.
DAFDSAF, ADFDAFDA,
Mhm.
AFDAFDA, DAFSAGLDAS, JFDSA, and D hi everyone.
See if it's still there now because I've closed out. Like I deleted all of that.
No, it's still there.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the table thing. That's interesting.
All right. Well, I might be moving this to a new note.
That's fine. I mean, it was just entertaining to me that I was like, I figured you'd
Son of a
probably
gun.
deleted it.
Also, the Luna
I did,
River,
yeah.
as a side
Now.
note.
Hopefully it's reopening it again. Nope, still there.
Oh, cool.
MBD.
My God.
Like it. We'll figure it out
Although, huh. So there is this Luna River
eventually.
that stems from like a pool, which that could be in reference.
Yeah, there's several locations that could match the thing that
Yeah.
we were looking for. I have a feeling what's about to happen is we're gonna need to have or get access to like horses or something. And
That might be good for next session.
yeah, and then start exploring horses and maybe even a boat to get across Lake Zarevich so we can
Yeah,
go
we
for the
definitely are
mad.
gonna have to hire a boat.
Yeah, because
I do
we need
think-
to get over to the woods. I think is where he'll be hanging out.
I do think before we leave town, we don't want to burn the bridge with Blinsky. We probably want to make that delivery before
Oh, yeah,
Isaac
no.
comes
Oh,
looking
yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
doll.
I 100% think we do all the side quests we know are currently
That-
within
That we
Valaki.
can do.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then from there, maybe we do the north of the lake because that's still near Valaki, and we'll have to come back to Valaki probably in order to then go to anywhere else. So we clear that out, and then we can start going and looking at the weird mage tower off to the left, what we're assuming is something like that, or the dragon scary place. That might be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe starting to explore the Luna Lake if we can figure out if that might be the place we're looking for.
I have
Maybe-
a bad feeling Argynvost holds one of those. You're gonna learn fast what you shouldn't be
Well,
type
and
of
see,
place.
that's why I'm saying we do all the side quests that we currently have, because once we do all those current ones here, and then maybe do the mage tower looking thing off to the left,
Pause.
Real quick,
Yes?
before
Yeah.
Amber gets too far on this tarot reading note, do you want me to just copy paste the actual text of the tarot cards?
That'd
and
be
then-
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, please.
All right, carry on. I'll do that. You guys
Thank
continue.
you. But yeah, so I figure we do that, and then from there, I mean, once we've done all the quests that we have for Valaki's area and maybe the Mage Tower, we don't really have any other places to go but the whole place up here, the dragony place.
Yeah.
I also really want to go to Krezix too. Krex?
Correct. We could do that, yeah, from the Mage Tower, because it's pretty close. Just boop boop.
There's
And
the
then
Abbey
decide.
Abbey of Markovia there that I'm kind of curious about. And
That was the one that the other priest talked about, right?
I think so. I just made a note of it. I took a screenshot of the map and was like making notes of different places.
I'm excited. We have so many quests. So many things.
And the last place to go is
Is
Castle
the
Ravenloft.
place we walk straight past at the very beginning, or close to the very beginning. I love
If
it.
we get tired of our
Um,
characters, we can always just go on and take on Castle Ravenloft, and
Rolled
if we
character.
wipe,
Yeah.
Right, actually, so it's not really letting me copy paste. So I'm gonna just send these.
Hold on,
into the
I'll.
chat
Okay.
in order of how you have them in the note. Also, I changed the. If you guys want to go into her tarot reading note, it is.
I haven't made it
updated.
public yet, so.
Okay.
Public cat.
So is Fiend supposed to be right, Michael?
Yeah, so I changed
Okay.
that. That is actually what it's supposed to be. I screwed up the last card on the tarot reading, just like terribly.
So pretty much exactly how real tarot reading works.
Yeah,
It's all just bullshit wrapped in an enigma.
exactly.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah.
Where are you copying and pasting this?
It won't let me copy paste, so I just tossed it into the Fantasy Grounds chat.
Why don't I see it? Oh. Okay. Oh, son of a gun.
Yeah, I think this is great.
You guys can see me do this here. Let me.
Would any of you have knowledge about like the overworld map? Like, 'cause I'm just thinking back to the beginning of our tale, like looking at my notes.
Well, we were teleported to this region, so
Yeah. Would we have an
Unless-
idea of like where Barovia is in relation to Icewind Dale?
You have never heard of Barovia.
We're on a different plane of existence.
yeah.
D&D has a multiverse.
I was gonna say there's multiple planes.
Yeah.
We probably moved through the multiverse.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay,
Well,
I need to type all this out and then fix it.
so we thinking the 19th then?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm down.
I wonder, just thinking out loud, a woman hangs above a roaring fire. I wonder, I mean, it could be
Could be Dream Lady.
Mary's daughter. Could be Mary's
Yeah.
daughter. Could be the Dream Lady's daughters too.
Well, yeah, because they had the oven in the bottom of the bone mill. I mean, it's not a roaring fire, I guess, but it could have been more roaring than.
Are the names of the cards not important?
Yeah, I'll put those in order as well. Hold, please.
Oh, Marionette is probably referring to the clockwork dude in the castle.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, because the castle is, up above everything.
Uh-huh.
and He's a marionette because he controls constructs. By the way, next time we do a long rest, everybody, remind me to speak to animals.
Okay.
Because I have the ability to use that spell, but I don't have it readied, and I think that it will go very well with animal friendship.
Our reading is now in a better format.
Very nice. Look how nice that looks. One is where you'll meet the fiend.
Yeah.
That's definitely, that's
Yeah.
definitely the clockwork dude.
I didn't remember that line, man.
Oh,
You
it
gotta
was.
look back at
He
the-
just updated it. He
Yeah.
just updated that.
All right. So
Yes.
no, the actual names of the cards don't matter.
Okay.
Don't wonder if the Faceless God was the pool area we went to, the elven thing, but
Well, it says he awaits you at the end of a long and winding road. Which I guess
God is
could.
there.
Yeah.
But I don't think we were deep in the mountains at that point.
I don't think so either.
You have that weird little road that leads to a cave way down to the south on Mount Gracchus, whatever.
Oh, I see that
You
now.
see that little one that pokes up, and if you
Yeah.
zoom in, that's a cave entrance, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. That might be where we're going.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. If he's... That sounds like a high-level area.
Yeah, it does. I was literally just thinking that.
It's gonna take a while to get there for a reason.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no, it's gonna take you 6 months to get there. Alright, yeah, no, that checks out.
Yeah, and then it look to the west, find a pool blessed by the light of the white sun. That's gotta be Luna Lake.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably what it's meaning. Fallen Paladin is probably at the
Boss,
Dragony
that's gotta be.
Place.
Yeah.
Woman hangs above a roaring fire. That one there, we don't really have a solid one at. So that's really the only one that we don't have some kind of a lead.
But there are a lot of young women that are question marks right now.
Doesn't necessarily say that it's a young woman.
Fair. But
Okay.
I wouldn't-
Solve it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it had something to do with the Dream Lady's
I can see
daughters
that. Yeah. it's
and the crows
possible.
that are currently following us. She wouldn't let us see her daughters, so
Yeah, that's
Well,
why need to
I
get
also
more
interpret that as a lot
details.
more morbid. Like a woman hangs above a roaring fire. Like
That's also very
Yeah,
possible.
that's
like hung.
yeah. I
That's
think
where my brain is.
mine too.
All right, y'all. I think
Yeah.
we're gonna go get dinner going here in a bit.
good game.
Same.
Good session, y'all.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
GG.
Bye.
Bye.